Good girl.
Healthy Families Fairfax is for parents who are expecting their first child and want help to be the best parents they can be. Fairfax County's Department of Family Services operates the program in partnership with the County Health Department and 3 local nonprofit agencies: Northern Virginia Family Service, United Community Ministries, and Reston Interfaith.
The program really can be for any family. It's not a particular socioeconomic class or what you typically think of as a family in need. During pregnancy and also when a child first comes home, that's a very stressful time for most families. And so our focus really is to find families that have additional stressors so that we can alleviate those and really get that family off to a good start.
Families voluntarily choose to participate in the program. A public health nurse and family support worker visit the family at home to provide education in parenting, child development, health, safety, nutrition, problem solving, stress management, and other areas as needed.
Our home visitors use a curriculum that they take with them on home visits, which teaches parents about child development and the developmental milestones, what to look for in their child. And if they're not seeing a particular development, the worker will give the family activities to do with the child so that they are developmentally on target. And also really incorporating school readiness, having the families understand what it means for their child to be ready for school.
Healthy Families Fairfax is designed to help support family well-being by establishing links with community support networks, build coping and problem-solving skills, reduce self-defeating behaviors, promote self-reliance, reduce social isolation, and empower families to manage adversity.
I feel like we wear a lot of different hats. Our main hat is to provide them with parenting education, but often you go into a home and you realize that they need more.
Often, conditions such as poverty or social isolation become overwhelming and prevent parents from appropriately caring for their child. When families are helped to overcome these obstacles, stress is reduced and parents are better able to care for and enjoy their child.
Often we go and visit families, maybe they've just moved to the area or they've had an unexpected pregnancy and maybe they've closed themselves off from family. We go in and we help them to hopefully get excited about having this child. We work with them to identify how they want to parent.
Well, the program has helped me and Sam in the hugest way ever. And because at first we weren't confident enough to be parents. It was like we were always doubting ourselves. We were always second guessing. It's like, oh my God, is this gonna be okay? Is this gonna be bad for him? Did he eat enough? Did he eat too little? And then, the program, little by little, it's helped us just grow as parents and as a couple.
Among its many features, Healthy Families Fairfax provides prenatal and parenting education, provides training on child development, helping parents understand their baby's needs and stages of development, which helps parents give their baby the best care.
So we have activities that will promote and help the parents understand that talking and playing with their children really enrich their developmental skills. That means motor skills, cognitive skills, intellectual skills. And that's the idea, to have an activity so the children can play and at the same time we're playing, they're learning.
Provide services in the child's home environment. The home visitor may be the only positive influence in the lives of many isolated parents. Frequent contact helps build a trusting relationship. Provides parents with a supportive home visitor who is compassionate and non-judgmental towards the family situation. A home visitor helps parents build on their strengths and promote an interest in their child, and also encourages planning and responsible decision-making that will help them reach their family goals.
Having a social worker come into my house has reduced a lot of stress by knowing that I can talk to them about anything that's happening in my life, about anything from work, school, issues with my family, and knowing that that they're not going to tell anybody, and them being very trustworthy, and also that them being an outsider and being able to tell me what's going on and how I can fix my problems.
The visiting worker and nurse also help the family understand the importance of getting medical care before and after the baby is born, as well as continued health care for all family members, including immunizations, well child care, preventive medicine, and nutrition information.
They really help me by checking the emotional and physical development of my children, and also to help me answer any questions I have.
Healthy Families Fairfax offers comprehensive services in partnership with other public and private organizations to help families manage multiple challenges. Services can include parent support groups, assistance with housing, transportation, food, mental health, and child care referrals.
For example, when I need to find a specialist doctor for Patrick's hand, I always call them, and they are available to help me find a specialist doctor and to help me make the appointment. Also, sometimes I don't have transportation and they help me get it to go to the doctor, pediatrician, or any other medical appointments for my children.
We're lucky enough to have nurses in Fairfax County that partner with us so that if families have medical questions, which they often do, especially when a baby first comes home, what's normal, we have a partner that goes out with us on home visits, or they make a separate home visit to talk to them about any medical concerns that they may have with themselves or their child.
In the program, there's a nurse that comes to the house and that works with my daughter and I with, for one, about breastfeeding. That was one that helped a lot, made me feel comfortable with my daughter and how to interact with her for that special time. And then also with when I would feed her with the bottle, how to, just looking at her and learning how to talk to her and things like that.
Nurses perform the initial screening and assessment and make prenatal and postnatal home visits and health consultations. Family support workers visit the home before and after the child is born and continue to provide education, guidance, and follow-up care until the child is 5 years old, enrolled in an early childhood program, or the family no longer requires assistance. The Healthy Families workers use standardized assessment tools at regular intervals to determine the quality of parent-child interactions, monitor child development milestones, and make sure that children have access to health care.
There are many varied services, but overall I would say that being a very nurturing and supportive program is very critical. We are very concerned with their bonding and attachment, especially with the mother and the baby, because that is very critical. We go ahead and follow their growth and development.
In situations where developmental milestones are not being met, we refer the family to community services that will assess the child's development and provide an IEP, an individualized education plan, or other recommended services needed to support development.
When Patrick was born, my husband and I were very concerned, thinking about what people will say about his hand. We cried, and we were thinking about how we would overcome this obstacle. I had a psychologist to help me feel better with myself and how to see my son as a normal person. In that way, you feel you have support and you feel you can do it and move on.
Together, the family and their support worker will keep track of how the baby develops during different stages of early life. The Healthy Families Fairfax program teaches new parents problem-solving skills, to use during different stages of their child's growth. And the program connects parents with help, such as childcare, parenting education groups, transportation, and training for employment.
When I got pregnant, it just seems that my goals were just getting further and further away. They told me, it's okay. We understand you. And, this is what you need to do to go back to school. We can help you out in the babysitting. And, they gave me all the information that I needed, so I didn't have an excuse not to go back.
By reaching families early on, prevention programs such as Healthy Families Fairfax help sustain a high quality of life for the whole community.
Prevention as a concept is really about getting at the source and partnering with families. Because oftentimes what we see is when families experience a lot of stress, there may be some maltreatment to the child that is unintended, and it can have long-term consequences.
The program has just given us so much confidence that we can actually do this right and we can be great parents. We're not the perfect ones out there, but it just gives us so much confidence and information that I know that we are going to be great parents.
Each year, the program recognizes families who have successfully prepared their children for academic and social success.
These graduates have been with us quite some time. Some of these moms have been with us prenatal, and they are now 5 years old, getting ready to go to schools in Reston and Herndon.
For more information about Healthy Families Fairfax and other programs offered by the Department of Family Services, please visit the Fairfax County website at www.fairfaxcounty.gov/DFS/children-youth or call 703-324-7500.